who claim justice must be very, very careful so they don't create a new kind of justice that will lead them into opening a whole box of revenge, which at the end of the day will not augur well for himself or whoever is getting the justice from. Justice most times depends on who claims that justice. But if you take justice and it means justice to you, you might just be hurting the next person by your side. So, in seeking justice, we must be sure that we are not doing it from a selfish disposition. That leads us to the topic of discussion for today on Hot Button, which is injustice versus revenge in a relationship. I'm not here by myself. I have a couple of people who will be joining me to discuss this particular topic. Welcome to the program. Let's sit down. This is Hot Button. My name is Johnny and I have with me on the program.
Hi, my name is Olatono Tumishe.
And
Kenny Joseph.
welcome to the program, Kenny.
Thank you, Johnny.
All right. Injustice versus revenge. Now, Joseph, how can we draw a line between justice and revenge in a relationship?
To me, I feel they mean the same thing. It's just the context in which we use them.
Indulge me.
Yeah, like I can say it's justice if the person it's actually positive. You know this person deserves this, and then you're giving it to the person.
Okay.
You understand? And then you know the person actually really deserves it. You understand?
Deserves the
Yeah,
justice.
deserves the justice.
Okay.
You understand? But revenging, you're also doing what the person did back to you, or maybe you're doing something as as a follow up to what the person has done before. Yeah, but to me, I just feel when we're using justice and then it's kind of sounds more positive than the revenge.
Than
You understand?
revenge. Okay, well, that's the reason we're trying to draw that line between justice and revenge. Tumishe, let me hear from you.
Okay, for injustice and revenge, I feel so revenge is when someone hurts you, so you hurt them back just because they hurt you, not okay, and you feel maybe it's right, but it's not right because it's revenge. But injustice, someone treats you unfairly.
Unfairly.
It could be deliberate, it could also be not deliberate.
Okay.
So I feel that's the difference between revenge and injustice. Revenge is when you're intentionally doing this person harm because you did this to me. It's most times it's not right. There could be a better situation or option to do to make the person understand that, oh, what they did hurt you. But you've chosen to do what the person did back to you, and probably even worse than the person did it.
So the person could even feel the kind of pain
Yes.
that you have, felt.
And
then
sometimes the person could probably not know, oh, what they did to you hurt you. So when it comes to revenge, the person probably didn't even tell the person, oh, what you did hurt me, so I'm going to do this back to you. They just do it, and the person has to figure it out on their own.
Okay. So having said that, what can be considered as injustice? Now, you talked about, you drew your line between justice and revenge. And she drew her line between justice and injustice. She tries to balance between justice and injustice. Now, what can be considered as injustice in a relationship?
Cheating. Cheating is cheating. There's no justified reason for you to cheat. I don't know if people count this as injustice, but having more male friends, you're in a relationship with me, and then you're having series of
chains of male friends.
Or male friends, because I was once your male friend, I was once your best friend, and it led to this. I know the motive behind me being your best friend at that time. You understand? So any guy that is coming to you to be your best friend right now, and then you're telling me you have a male friend, no.
But
justified.
people don't have to be best friends before they get into a relationship. Are you aware of that?
Yeah, but
it may be that is supposed to be, but that is actually not the case.
Every time.
That is not usually the case.
Yeah.
So what you're saying is, injustice could be a situation whereby someone you're dating is keeping more male friends than you, and you feel like you should be enough. Let me hear from you. What do you think about that?
Firstly, I feel injustice in a relationship is unfair treatment towards your partner.
Okay.
So there could be many instances, cheating for one. But the case of having more male friends than, okay, let's say I'm a girl now. I have a boyfriend, and I have a lot of male friends. That isn't
Than the
injustice.
female friend.
What does it matter if I have more female friends than the
Why
male
would you have
friends?
more male friends? Because I was once
Sorry,
a male.
when I'm forming friendship, I don't look at your gender. Like, it's what
But
we
there
have.
should be a limit. That's what I'm trying to say.
Exactly. Wait, that's when you draw the line. If I'm entertaining these male friends that I see that, oh, they're trying to get with me when they know I have a boyfriend, that's different. But if they are just my male friends, oh, wako,
How would I know
how
they're
far?
just?
Then you have to trust me, and then that's the
I
you,
trust
you
you, that's why I
can't
don't
just
want you to have
assume.
male friends.
You can't just assume because I have a lot of male friends, I'm entertaining all of them. That's wrong.
Wow. So your feeling is when I have a girlfriend and she keeps male friends,
Yeah.
it's a problem. That's
some-
injustice. And you're saying that is not injustice?
It's their relationship that will determine if it is injustice or not.
Or is the
If
way
they
they
are-
relate?
yes,
Is the
if
way
they
she
are
relates
flirty-
to the male.
Yes, if she
okay.
disrespects her relationship with her man, that is different. But if they are just friends, like there's nothing, no strings attached, there's no form of.
How would I know? It's not even every girl that cheats that disrespects her man.
Exactly, you don't know, so you can't just assume.
That's why you don't
you
have
have
to
to. You have to act. So, well, because I'm dating someone, I should just discard all my male
No, I'm not
friends.
saying you should discard them, but there should be a limit.
There will be a limit. That's what I'm saying.
So what should be the limit?
Don't have them.
So you're
That's
saying
the
exactly.
limit.
See, what
Yeah.
I'm telling you, you're saying that should discard. You're saying that's not what you're saying. But now you're saying don't have them.
Don't. This
Okay, so are you saying on your own you can have a boyfriend and you're okay if your boyfriend has a lot of other girlfriends that take his time?
That take his time.
Exactly.
Of course, because if you have friends, you don't just have your friends for nothing. You have them to spend time with them.
So I have a boyfriend
Yes.
and I have my male friends, but they don't take my time. I give my attention to my boyfriend. Most of them we probably just talk online. If we see hi, that's all, and chat and all. But like my priority,
Okay.
the person I put my boyfriend above them, but it doesn't mean they are not my friend.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
don't
fine.
now give them all my time. That is different if you have a partner, or if my boyfriend has, like, I'm his girlfriend and then he has a lot of female friends, but he gives them all his time. That is different.
But will that be injustice when he gives them his time?
It will be suspicious, yes,
Because
because
that's
of
where
that
he's
act.
coming from.
There has to be something that will make you think, okay, this person is more than just a friend. There has to be an act that your partner has done to make you think this person is more than just a
But we're all
friend.
human beings. I mean, even if you trust the person and then you know he has more female friends than male friends, you understand? It will automatically ring within you that, oh, imagine he's going out. Oh, I'm going to see a friend, which a girl. The next day I'm going to say, oh, I'll be coming back late from work today. I'll be going to see a friend with a girl. You understand? It's just it keeps coming to your mind that something, even if something is not going on, you understand? Just to avoid a lot of drama, you understand? I prefer not even having much female friends as a guy, you understand? I'm not saying you shouldn't have, but it's just for the betterment of the relationship, you understand?
Yeah, but the question is, how does that amount to injustice?
It springs up a lot of things, you understand? Because a different thoughts start coming, you understand?
Regardless
Yeah.
of how much of trust you have for her,
Regardless.
it brings up something. Would it do the same to you if you have a boyfriend who spends time with his female friends, and then would that feel like
It
injustice?
would bring mistrust, but what I'm saying is that you can have male friends,
Okay.
and it's probably no injustice because the relationship you have with them, it's clean, it's pure.
Okay.
When your partner starts spending time with the other person, that's when you can be like, okay, she's doing this, so now I can think the other way. But if there's nothing of that sort, if there is nothing for you to even suspect her or suspect him, then it shouldn't be injustice.
I have to add something there. I think
Okay.
the major problem in a relationship is the fact that we all act like there's a CCTV camera watching you, that your boyfriend is seeing. You understand? Like there's a he's not seeing what you're doing. He believes that you're not cheating. You understand? But you're always spending time with these people. You understand? So you have to make him feel from the way you act and the way you relate with these people. You understand? Because he's not going to always be there with you. So he's going to keep thinking what he's thinking. You understand?
If
So-
you are always spending time with them, then that is an issue. I'm saying if I have a boyfriend, I have my male friends, but like I give more of my attention to my boyfriend.
Why are you measuring it? More of my attention.
Attention is attention.
Is that not where the problem could come from? Like, more, why are you sharing my time with them?
I'm not sure. I'm not
No,
sharing
because
it.
he could come from that point. I'm trying to see where he's
Yeah.
coming from and see how we can find something that might make your boyfriend feel like this is injustice, or make someone's girlfriend feel like this is injustice.
If there's something I'm doing that makes him suspect, that is different. But me just having male friends, a lot of male friends, like let's say we're working together and like I see like at least 5 of my guys, I'm like, hi, 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 hi. It's not like as though I leave him to go and say hi to them. I'm just on the road, hi, hi, hi. He now starts thinking that is injustice because, oh, as we're working, I see a lot of my male friends and I'm just saying hi. That is not injustice. But if, oh, every time he calls me, where are you, where you at? Oh, I'm with this, I'm with that, I'm with that. And I hardly spend time with him, then that's different because I can say, okay, he has reason to suspect me. But if there's no reason, it shouldn't be injustice.
Okay.
Because you are
Well,
allowed to have other friends of the same gender.
Of course.
For
we are
some
human
girls
beings.
now, it's easier to relate to guys. For some guys, it's easier to relate to
Why
girls.
should
Like,
it be?
okay, tell me. Okay, we are 4 in my family, 4 children, 3 girls, 1 boy. The boy is the last born. So all his life, he has been around women.
Yeah.
So when he goes out, it's easier for him to relate to girls. So are you going to say, are you going to ask him why? It's just how the way he was brought up, like
Wow.
the environment he has grown up in. So it's easier for him to talk to girls because he has girls all around him like 24/7. So what are you going to say to that?
Are you
I
trying?
agree with you. In a
Well,
way.
before you agree, I'm still wondering. Like, you're saying once you have a girlfriend, that's
Yeah.
the end of her having any male friend.
No,
or
I'm not
something.
saying she shouldn't have male friends. I just she should give me that reassurance every time because I won't be there to always know where she is. You understand? So she shouldn't leave like there's a CCTV camera I set on her to
like
actually
you
see
could
where
actually
she is.
see and understand everything.
So the thoughts will keep coming. You understand? It's the devil. It will keep coming to me that oh she's going to see her male friends again. She's going out and then she has more of male friends. You understand? So she has to make me constantly feel like oh she's going out and then even if she has male friends, everything is
What? Okay, now can that like, because she does that kind of a thing, by what you're analyzing, can that make you feel like, okay, since she's keeping more guys as friends, maybe I should keep more girls as friends. Let her know how it feels.
now that's now revenge.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I don't. The only thing I consider
Is
as
it possible to make someone do that? To
Yeah,
make a
it's-
guy want to do that because you're getting your boyfriend jealous because you're hanging out with other guys. Maybe he wants to like hang out with other girls to see if you could get jealous. Could that be a form of revenge?
yeah, it's a big form of revenge. But for me, I prefer not to do that.
When you feel like this is really
Especially-
injustice, and then I want to like do something about it.
Firstly, I would talk to you about it.
Okay.
About you male friend because the thing is I was once your male friend. I was once like these people. I understand what I was once closer to you because
And
and
but before she met you, were you the only person?
that's the point. All those guys. It was this.
So now that she has met you, she should just leave them alone.
I see
It's
this
not every guy
I-
though that has a
Well,
tactic.
exactly.
So
Okay.
this life is survival of the fittest. I'm telling
Okay.
you. I started dating her. I started being with her because I won. You understand? So I
Who
wouldn't.
told you there was a competition? What if the other guys were not interested in her?
How will I know?
That's a valid point. At least he's the only
See,
one
you
that
don't.
is
So you don't
interested.
assume. You
No,
can't
but
just
at
assume.
least that will show that he's the only one who's interested in her. If the other guys are not interested, and then I believe what he's trying to say is just give me your attention. Let
Yeah.
me be the center point. Which it's not totally a bad thing, but there is a way it could be done so that it doesn't look like because you have me, nothing else works for you.
Exactly. No.
Because these are the things sometimes that scare women. You make them to be so attached to you, and they're afraid, like when you detach, what will they become? What will they do without you? So if you know you're going to make a girl to be that attached to you, not to have other male friends,
You have to leave
you
her.
have to let her know that you're going to be there forever. Because if you make her to be that close to you,
Yeah.
and you're done with her, like people do these days, sadly anyways, what becomes of the girl? She no longer has friend because the only friendship she has invested all her friendship
Everything
in
in
you.
Yeah.
Anyways, let me hear from you. When such a thing happens, when a guy feels like there is injustice, or a girl feels like there is injustice on her, when you feel like there is injustice on you, how would you handle it?
Okay, my first reaction is usually to revenge. Like, so he did this to me. Oh yeah, let me.
You don't even
Oh,
talk
would
about-
that on your normal day be your own?
Like that would
reaction?
be my first instinct.
Okay.
But after you sit down and think about, okay, let me talk to him about what happened. Probably he didn't even know.
Okay.
But then if it's something that is consistent and I've spoken to you about it every time you did it, I know it's not right, but then I feel like I would revenge.
Why do you want? Okay, you will revenge because you feel maybe there's something he's doing that he really likes. Let me
Because
check
I'm
it
talking
out.
to you, I'm talking to you. You're
Okay.
not understanding. Maybe if I act it out for you, you would understand. I know it's not right, but then sometimes it's just very nice when you just cut them back.
Oh, it's not right, but it's very nice.
It's
I'm
not right.
trying to
I
marry
know.
that
I know
together
it's
to
not
see.
right, but
Okay.
then sometimes the feeling when you just see them like, okay, now you understand.
Hmm.
It's just nice feeling.
So, is it good to revenge injustice sometimes?
No, it's not good. It's not good.
So why is it not good?
For that short period, you feel validated and okay, you've done this to the person, but like it doesn't really change the way that person made you feel, and now you
Okay.
just made your partner feel the same way. And if care is not taken, that could lead us to build up of more arguments, and you guys can't come back from it just because you decided to revenge on the
Okay.
person. It's a bit tricky. If you guys haven't built a solid foundation around that relationship, there's a chance. Let's say, I guess the bigger the issue, the bigger the revenge. So if it's so big, there's a chance that you guys can come back from it.
Come back from it
Yes.
together. Okay, so Joseph, tell me, is it good to revenge injustice?
I don't think so. And why is because there's this popular saying that an eye for an eye makes everyone blind.
Okay.
You understand? So if you keep doing revenging, the other person might say too, I want to revenge, and then we all get caught up in this
Circle
saying,
of revenge.
Yeah.
circle of revenge. You
So an
understand?
eye for an eye
makes
makes
everyone
everybody a
blind.
blind person, which is not
Yeah,
good.
yeah, and however, the Bible even said, Matthew 18 verse 22. So
Okay.
it said, when Jesus answered the disciples, I've forgotten who asked him when he said, until 70 times, 7 times.
Okay,
Yeah,
forgiveness.
forgiveness. You understand? So if you know, I don't think you should want to do because that's you sinning too. You understand? That's you lowering yourself to that
Okay.
person's standard. You understand? If the person is doing something that is not right, you don't have to do that same thing to make the person feel the. Imagine somebody, you might not even feel the way he felt because he's already caught up in that act.
Okay.
You understand?
So revenge, in a nutshell,
Yeah, it's not-
doesn't bring about justice.
no, it doesn't.
It does because and I share in that too because when somebody does something wrong to you, and then you want to pay the person back, it's like you living who you are to become that person.
Lowering your standard
Like
to
the
that.
person is conditioning you to become him or her that you are truly not.
Yeah.
And we must remain ourselves, especially if it is something we consider very, very wrong. We can't, because the person has done that wrong, and then we do the same wrong.
Yeah.
You understand? Just imagine every time we do something against God, He holds the air from flowing, and then we don't have to breathe. Think about it. So how many times, and do you know if He says, let me regulate this world like that, people will be afraid, yesterday I almost didn't breathe for 2 hours. Do you understand?
Everyone will be an
Let me
asthma.
not lie today so that I can breathe at least for. Do you understand?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I can't go steal this thing today because yesterday when I stole it, I didn't breathe for 1.5 hours. Today I'm not. Do you understand?
Yes.
He could do that, but He just lets us, do what we do. When we ask for forgiveness, He still opens His hands to forgive us. So forgiveness is key, and that is why revenge actually does not bring justice. And I like what you said about Jesus' response to these people. It sounds so important, like regardless of what situation, forgive.
But is it every time you can forgive a person? Like each time someone keeps doing it daily, like it's just daily injustice, would you be forgiven every time?
Forgiveness has no limits.
I feel like if you can't handle it at some point, you should just leave.
Living is not a bad thing. If it doesn't work, of course, that's my opinion though. If it doesn't work, and I can advise you that freely without, beating about the bush. If it doesn't work, you have tried all your best, and you feel like this person is pushing you to the wall, pushing you to a place where you don't belong, it is still safe to walk away. And when you walk away like that, do not even feel bad because you've tried your best. Now, how can we, if there has to be revenge in a way, how can we revenge without doing evil
I don't think even the word revenge is doing paying evil back, paying
Okay.
back the evil. You understand? My girlfriend, you understand? My girlfriend and I, we are very, we play a lot. You understand? So we are. She might do something very jovial, and then it was embarrassing. Though we took it as funny, and then nobody got offended. You understand?
Okay.
I might decide to do mine back. You understand? Not because I want to.
You wanted
I'm
to do
planning
that.
to. Not because I'm planning to inflict ill
Pain.
treatment. You
Okay.
understand? On I'm just trying to do mine back. You understand? It's just for the fun moment. You understand? It's just for the funny moment.
Just for the funny moment. Okay. How can we revenge without really doing evil?
Well, revenge in its sense, it's evil already. So what you said now, that kind of revenge is it's just for laughs, it's just fun, and it's not really revenge per se. But when it's something like, oh, okay, you're in a relationship with someone, and they stole your money or they cheated on you, now doing it back, that's form of revenge. That is
Okay.
evil. So you can't really do revenge without doing evil unless it's something very minimal, like what he said. But I don't even consider that revenge. It's just
Revenge. Now.
play.
I'm doing it back.
Revenge is a to term it revenge is a big word.
So what we call it?
Play. Honestly speaking, yeah, just
Playful
playing.
revenge.
Well, you can call it playful revenge. I just feel revenge is a heavy word on that.
Yeah, revenge is quite heavy. Revenge is quite heavy. But to use the word revenge itself, it's in all shades negative.
Yeah.
Yes.
However, there are ways that we could protect ourselves from getting in. Like I could remember when we were kids, where my mom would put the bread. If your hand gets there too easily, where my mom will keep the bread, if your hand gets there easily, what she does is she takes it higher. So you don't get to reach that bread again. Do you understand?
Yeah.
The bread is not there for you to touch. So you don't even need to stress yourself to because you know you can't reach it. So there are ways we can guide ourselves from people who mete out injustice to us. Number one, you could either tell the person, this is something that I cannot put up with. If it happens another time, please, you may begin to scare me. You can pre-warn the person.
Yeah.
You may begin to scare me from trusting you. This thing you're doing is beginning to shake my trust for you. Please, if you don't stop it, it will just begin to affect how I respect you or how I see you. Can you stop it? So when you begin to bring things like that, if the person is reasonable enough, the person will begin to slow down some of these things that we consider as injustice in a relationship. Now, having said that, we have seen revenge as it's on the negative side, it's
Yeah.
on the negative side. Now, what are the consequences of revenge?
Like I said earlier, when you revenge, an eye for an eye makes everyone blind. You understand?
Okay.
So, what is the point of being in that relationship? Someone is cheating on you, you end up cheating on the person to make the person feel the way you felt, and then the circle is just emotion, and then you don't even have direction. You're just in that same place, stagnant, and then
Okay.
I feel there's no point. There's no point revenging because the consequences will still bounce. Now, where how bad it becomes is that the consequences now is felt by both of you, even you that was wrong at first.
Okay.
Yeah. So I don't think I would say it's a no to actually revenge.
To revenge. Okay,
Yeah.
let me hear from you.
Okay, it's consequences,
Consequences
of
of
revenge
revenge.
in relationships. So that is going to be, if the relationship doesn't end finally, it becomes toxic for the remaining of the
The
duration
relationship
of,
becomes toxic.
yes.
Good.
Or if you guys
Great
stay
point.
till the end, it will be toxic. You can't come back from it because if every little thing you revenge, there's no communication.
Okay.
You can't come back from it. It's just going to become toxic, plain toxic, and there will
Okay.
be no respect
No
between
respect,
you
no
two.
mutual respect for the two people. So the consequences of revenge is when I do it to you and you do it to me, there is going to be toxicity between us.
Yes.
And then there will be lack of mutual respect.
Yes.
And the thing is this: once a relationship drives to that point where we have to start doing things to hurt each other, the relationship is lost
Forever.
It means love is completely gone. And when a relationship no longer has love and respect, there is nothing left of it. Whatever thing you want to endure might not even be something you can sustainably endure for a while. So once a relationship gets to the point where you have to think that, okay, this person did this to me, let me do it to the person, you have completely destroyed that
Gone
relationship.
away. So
It is either you find a way to talk the person out of that
Yeah.
kind of stuff, to forgive the person, or you just bring the relationship to a halt at that time.
Yeah.
If it gets to that point where you want to say, no, you did this to me, I have to do this to you, so you can feel pain. If we start meting out pains to each other, there is nothing left of the relationship. And remember, the Bible says, nobody owns vengeance. No individual owns vengeance. It says in the Bible, vengeance is mine. Says who?
Lord.
Says the Lord. So when we want to meet out vengeance, we should know that it is not ours. Leave everything to God. Everybody will be saved. Whatsoever you do, what goes around comes around. The social society will look at it as karma. But whatsoever we do on this earth, there is a reward. If you want to do good, continue doing good. You want to do bad, continue doing bad. At the end of it all, there is a price to pay for it. I want to thank you guys for being a part of the program today.
Thank you very
You
much.
have enlightened us so much on this program. We hope to see you another time, maybe when we're discussing another topic. Thank you so much. It's been Hot Button. Thank you for being a part of us. See you next time.
Master Rabbit.